This video is for anyone who's ever had a peace lily that looks like this. I am going to show you in this video 2 different ways that you can water your peace lily and get it looking healthy again. So this is an example of letting your peace lily go too long without water. It has not just wilted, but I mean it's laying over. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I have actually allowed one to get worse than this before, and they will bounce back. However, you will, excuse me, you will start to suffer brown tips if you do this. If you allow your peace lily to do this and it has blooms, the blooms will wilt over and they will bounce back, but they'll brown much more quickly. If you allow your peace lily to dry out this much, it doesn't want to get this bad, but it can live if it has looked this bad. So let me show you how I like to bottom water when I'm watering a peace lily. Here is a bowl. I have a whole set of these that I bought like for really cheap at like a thrift store. That's a good place to get stuff for your plants. And you just need to make sure that the pot fits inside of it. That's really the only requirement. And then I'm going to add some water. Hang on while I grab that. And here I can measure how much water I'm giving my plant or how much it takes up if you're interested in doing that. Otherwise, just fill it. And I do like to use filtered water for my peace lilies. And you'll notice that water has almost completely been sucked up already. Let me get some more water here. Really quickly, it has wicked up a bunch of the water. And so I'm just going to add more in. This has literally been 1 minute. And the water will be taken up very quickly at first. But I'm going to let that sit. Let's give her 15 minutes. And I don't know if this is helpful to you as a suggestion or not. I am a multitasker. I'm a mom. That happens when you're a mom, I think. I go upstairs and I find 50 other things that need to be done. And I would very easily forget about this. So I usually, if I'm bottom watering a plant or several plants, usually set a timer on the stove or on my phone for like 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, whatever it hasn't taken up, it doesn't need. But before I can do that, I may have to even give this a little bit more water because it's just taking it up that quickly. You can see it's gone all the way down to there. So I'll give it a little bit more water, then I'm going to go set a timer. Here we go. Filled them clear up to the top. Well, if we thought I let it get bad last time, this is definitely worse. So let's get this poor baby watered as quickly as possible. For the record, it's been about 14 days-ish since the last time I watered this plant. And so I probably should have been watered at about the 10-day mark when it first started showing me signs of wilting. But I did, again, want to show you just how drastically they can bounce back. And also, I have neglected it. It's just, it's the time of year when I'm running basically a taxi business, taking kids everywhere to practices and games and doing all the things that we do at this time of year. So anyway, let's get this thing bottom watered. So I'm sorry, not bottom watered. Let's water from the top so you can see the other way that I would water this plant if I wanted to water it from the top. I have a bowl. I want this one to be deeper than the one I used the last time. It was a more of a shallow bowl, and this one I want to be deeper because when you water from the top, you're going to have to be able to have room for the water to drain out into something unless you want a real mess. The other thing to do is take the plant that you're about to water to the sink. And here we go. I'm going to water the soil, not the crown of the plant. This doesn't want water sitting in it. That will cause rot on my plant. I'm going to water the soil around the leaves. I'm going to try to film it while not really looking at the screen because otherwise I'm sure I'll make a huge mess. So the reason a lot of people don't prefer watering from the top is because it can cause soil compaction, which is a very real problem with a house plant that you have had for a while, especially if it hasn't been repotted recently. But that's kind of another story. What we're doing when we're top watering is we're filling, trying to make sure that every part of the plant is getting water all the way around. And also we want to keep doing that until water drains out through the bottom. Sorry, I have to. It's really hard to film and not be able to look at the screen so I don't spill water everywhere. I'm going to lift this up and see if we have water draining. So we have water draining out, and it's not just like a drip or two. It's like really, really draining. So that's good. You can consider yourself done. Since this guy is so very sad looking, I'm going to let him keep that extra water that's in there for a few minutes, just like the last time. Set a timer. I'll come back. And I think I'll take a picture like after 15 minutes, or I'll video after 15 minutes, and then actually time and see how long it takes it to really bounce back to its former glorious self. Poor baby. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. I don't see any change in the plant, and I will certainly check in later and let you know when I check in how much time has passed, so we can see just how long it takes this guy to bounce back. All right, this is the next day, about 24 hours. I did come back downstairs and looked at this several hours later after we initially watered it, and I thought I better go get my camera and film this, and then I did other things, fixed dinner and such, and I forgot. So sorry, but this is a 24-hour check-in, and as you can see, the plant has bounced back almost entirely, and it will continue to bring the leaves up higher and higher as water is moved from the roots into the rest of the plant, into its stems and leaves. So as you can see, it was very sad looking, and it looks pretty much back to normal now. So peace lilies can do that real kind of drama, but like I said, it really isn't healthy for them to sustain that kind of a period of drought, and so you'll start seeing the stress and stuff on the leaf tips. So if you don't like that, then don't do that to your poor plants. And I promise I won't do it anymore either. It was in the name of YouTube. So anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic week ahead, and I will see you very soon in my next video.